that's going to help him get there very smoothly, because I would say against Lina, the main issue he'll have is just getting bullied out of lane.
Oh my gosh, VP mentioned the overall aggression, and they're just launching him behind the tower. They almost get the kill. He doesn't have a TP. If he dies, even if he doesn't die, he's got full regen here.
They have a salvo on Whitemon?
Yeah, their hopes. He's got boots.
Yikes.
Couriers need to come out. They did deward, so these couriers are a little bit safer.
There's no salve on that courier. Okay, there's a salve on that courier.
But at the same time, does Bounty sniff this one out? They gotta, yeah, if they don't see this Bounty, they have to worry about these couriers. It looks like Save is just dragging the wave, so once they see that happen, they know these couriers can come out safely.
Venomancer is traditionally an incredibly weak level. So if you're like winning the level 1, having a really good start, once you get like level 3, 2 points up in the passive, Venomancer is just basically twice as strong.
Yeah. That's why they're just trying to pull these waves. They don't want to play the lane since that Veno is a bit weak at the level 1, so top lane will turn into 2 1v0 lanes, at least to some extent. When we look at mid lane, Lina versus Void Spirit. Gonna be tough for Lina with the first blood? Or is that not the case?
She's pretty favored here, I think, so it'll probably put it to about even.
Got it.
Karl's also stronger, but
yeah. Oh, sorry guys, I missed first blood. My bad. As first blood goes, Kuka gets picked up. We talked about him having a big game.
We saw first blood. That was line earlier. We saw the line.
Oh no, that's true. That wasn't first blood. We got first blood. Never missed a first blood in my life. But I love BP. Always looking for the high fives, and always looking for aggression. These laning stages, they are absolutely on top of 23 Savage and on top of Whitemon. They're just on top of T1, not giving them any room to breathe. This is already looking VP favored, and we're just 2 minutes in.
There's no signs of them ever slowing down, ever.
Yeah.
Got level 3 on DM. Good job by dragging their weight back and then giving him solo XP. Bounty Hunter doesn't really need levels either, so this lane just has really energy there.
Level up the Janata, don't you? Well, is it still called Janata?
It is indeed still called Janata. I think you end up going 3-1. But maybe if they're like stomping the lane, you can just like max out the Janata. Just it's probably good, not just for your own gold, but you're legit just stealing the precious gold that 23 Savage is managing to get. But you know the lane on Venomancer is going incredibly well when you go 2-1-0. Okay. Like when your skill build has 2 points in Gale, you know you're just spamming it on the opponent carry. And in this case, Medusa has no way to remove it. That's a lot of damage. How much is the Gale damage total? It's 75 plus 5 times 45, which is 300 damage. That's a lot of damage.
Ouch. Ouch, yeah.
Yeah, that's...
a lot of damage, and Zephyr dealing with a lot of damage down bottom. He's survived through the Thunderstrike, but it's 2 points. Everything they do, 2 points in Gale, 2 points in Thunderstrike, they're all about trying to run over and crush these lanes. VP just loving the early game lane for him. Why latch on with that Gale? Little side step from 23 Savage, and DM is off the mark, but he's already got an Urn up.
But until if they get another kill in this lane, I think top's going to become a disaster. But if they manage to just hold the door on Whitemon as well as 23 Savage, don't give him any Urn charges. It's like one kill is going to bleed into a lot more kills.
And this wave is pushed so far away from the Deuce's tower, making it so hard. Down bottom, Cuckoo does do a nice job with Zephyr to turn things around and get a kill on the Disruptor there. Dave is just being a constant nuisance. Bounty.
They're trying to pull the camps to like not letting them. Not on my watch, it says.
Not on my watch either.
How does Nightfall solo kill a Weaver? You know, I think we should take zero responsibility for that missed kill right there.
Blame it on the players.
Yeah,
please tweet your teeters at Nightfall and.
No, Nightfall's fine.
Oh, okay.
He made the right play somehow.
That's Zephyr then.
Yeah, it has to be Zephyr. Man, my voice line a few times. That happening again.
A bubble from the void.
But Kingslayer constantly just trying to play up in their face. 23 Savage up top. Does have a TP, but maybe thinking he can't go for it, especially if Save is the point of the Shuriken. And
nice.
Yeah. Very well done.
Still get urn charges though.
Okay. And now he's
Just using on himself to
popping, yeah,
get back up.
defensively. Okay. Jeez, this top lane is brutal. Mid lane going pretty well. This may be up to Karl to kind of come online and make something happen. Tick, 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 tick. TP, he's safe.
Whew. That was awesome. Did they use their urn charge on him too?
Yeah.
Okay. That means the back down to square.
That's why I went for that kill, trying to get the ball up and get a free 2. Heads up play from Whitemon to get out of there as the rune's coming up. GPK survives the Laguna Blade, and he's going to get out of there. Astral steps his way.
Got the runes.
And yeah. Snagging the rune, the raindrop, saving his life there, it looked like. Sentry already there. That's going to allow Whitemon to de-ward. Okay. Should find it. There we go.
That feels so good. Struggling, lane, rough.
Yeah.
Walk up the high ground and there's just.
It was the same sentry, yeah. That got another ward. Here we go, the first eye. There's the Dawnbreaker ultimate comes charging on in. Looking for that last bit of damage to bring down Karl, and one more right click. GPK, not. Oh, and the Weaver bug finishes off Kingslayer. They didn't get him. Dawnbreaker's kind of trying to chase, but I don't think he can catch up. Nope.
Radiant's bottom
He gets out of there. That's big for T1.
Yeah, he's their only core having a really nice game, so Karl, so very important. DM's gone back. He hasn't fully committed to this. He's going back for the ward. You kind of have two options. It's like all in it. Say I'm gonna max out the Gale and then level my ultimate at 6, or you can start to max out the ward. Playing more for the farm pressure tower game. Kind of surprised that he, given the way he's playing so far, but much more reliable to play Venom.
Yeah, it doesn't want to maybe enter the mid game when they're taking towers without the wards leveled up. VP trying to get themselves some more urn charges. Went for a poke on a Whitemon, but he manages to get back to the safety of his tower, and want to now start pressuring this tower, but. And you're against the Medusa, you're just feeding her free gold if you have like super low. You definitely don't want to be using the level 1 wards.
Yeah, it's pretty much like all or nothing on the wall. Pig. The thing about Dawnbreaker as a carry that's so nice is you just let her do her thing, and every minutes you've got this backup. We use for pickoffs too.
VP committing to this top lane, the 2 supports in the Veno, knowing that the Dawnbreaker, once that ultimate comes back up, can show up to this fight, although it is on cooldown currently, and if they can push 23 Savage out of this lane, or just get a kill, that'd be huge for them, and this looks like he's just going to be left alone, and nothing Whitemon can really do. I mean, the Weaver shows up, they want to try and turn this one around, the Void Spirit's going to be a little bit careful.
They've got
Does have an Astral Step, and yep, there's the Dawnbreaker coming in with the Dissimulate damage as well. Nightfall gets the kill. They time that aggression as the Dawnbreaker was coming back up, and Nightfall gets a second.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Great. VP seem to have done their practice and prep for TI with some Dawnbreaker play.
Yeah, this is just, you and I, we both looked at each other funny when they picked Medusa. Because they had seen heroes just like run at you.
Wasn't too good.
That's exactly what you would expect. VP's draft. Medusa's just not equipped to deal with that just yet. The nerfs that came out back when Medusa was really broken was to her level 1 mana shield. That just makes her more susceptible to exactly what you're seeing here.
Wow, they
TP'd in here.
and just instantly gets gone on. That's the I mean, you often don't see that Stone Gaze level this early often. Good thing he did or he'd be dead. He's just dead anyways. He's TP'd in. They're tipping him. They know. He's just ruined his own game.
Dire's top tower
And
is under attack.
that is a, 3k net worth Medusa. Struggling, but T1 may get some revenge up here. And they bring down this Veno. It looks like help is on the way for VP. Comes a little bit too late, so Whitemon helps secure a kill for Zephyr as he'll pay the price for it.
Radiant's
before bounty
middle
hunter
tower
track,
is
by the
under
way.
attack.
Like this is how fast they're playing without the motivation or the incentive, I guess you could say.
Level Janata.
Yeah, I was gonna say I just saw that. That's when you know the game's really good.
Yeah.
That's the value tip right there. Spamming the voice lines while they kill him as well. Full mental damage, financial damage done. Not only is he dying, but he's also getting yoinked as he's dying. That feels so bad,
Radiant
man.
structures
Losing
are
your lane to a
fortified.
bounty hunter. It doesn't happen very often, but Venomancer owns Medusa and lane hard.
They did a really good job pulling the wave back. It felt like from the start almost like the wave was closer to the Venos tower than the Medusas.
It was the fact that they did that aggressive move while 23 Savage was walking to lane, which made it so he was so low they couldn't stop that maneuver. So really just well planned out by VP here.
I like this move. It's a big kill if they can
Dyer's
get
top
it, and
tower is under attack.
they have. Nightfall goes down.
And that's really important to relieve that pressure. Top tower. Like Cuckoo's now getting the business here.
Going for the yoink, but has to worry about the totem. They're gonna glimpse him back into a stack, so now he gets a chance to steal some damage, but walks out. Echo Slap, Fissure, Cuckoo showing up and getting a couple of kills for his team.
Radiant's middle tower
He
is
dies,
under
but he does
attack.
take 2 down with him. Karl needs to try and keep himself alive. Turns around, Laguna Blade. Karl needs to TP himself back to pound, but he's just dead. The Venoman's ultimate making sure of it. GPK cleaning on up.
Yeah, he TP'd in for that fight. Karl had no way.
For Savage, it's just essential right now.
Yeah, we saw yesterday that VP was crushing OG. A similar draft, and then overextended a few times. And I think T1 punishes that really. General.
Oh yeah.
Keep an eye out for that. They not only that in general, but they have heroes like Medusa and Earthshaker. For the last game, that overextended will die.
Yeah. Heroes that are, in some ways, all about playing from behind. Like, you don't draft them to crush the early game. You'd like to, you know, obviously have a good early mid game, but
You'd probably automatically win.
Yeah.
You have a good early.
yeah, we've seen Medusas go high ground at 20-25 minutes when the game goes well. And you get like 2 items and you're ready to go high ground with ages. Not one of those games. DM has maxed out the wards now. He's got a hood. He's getting fairly tanky. This game's looking pretty solid, and they're gonna finally get this. This top T1 tower took a while to actually bring down.
Yeah, T1 dedicated a pretty good amount of resource. That's a really common staple for them. What that tells me is if you're a team that plays much more for the late game, how important that tier 1 tower is. I mean, their name is T1. They're gonna protect T1 tower.
Makes sense. Go for the tier 2, you can have it. Tier 1, no siree. On the high ground, he's caught aggressively, but Cuckoo blinks in. We'll finish off the Void Spirit.
Slayer was holding on to that ability, I think.
Wow. Big kills.
Lost him.
They may get more. They've got the sentry for safe. They see him.
T1 at their... It's bread and butter. That's exactly what they do.
Yeah, they were just waiting for Bound to get 6 and get track, and they're like, okay, he's got track now, we can't give up any more kills. We got to kill them now. Before track, sure, you can kill us.
Yeah, they were kind of being randomly, like one by one, the track. And when I say randomly, it was about objectives. They were making sure they were holding crucial objectives, but it's kind of like dying one at a time. Now they're constantly sitting together as 3 or 4, like you said, against this bounty hunter track. I like the instant change of pace that they've adjusted to.
Invisibility.
They've got the 1k gold. This is T1, who yesterday did not win a game. They went 0-4, are holding their own and looking in an okay position against one of the hottest teams from yesterday.
If they bleed 2 or 3 kills, this will
Dyer's middle
turn
tower
pretty
is
good,
under
is my only
attack.
concern here. But so far, they are executing quite well.
Yeah, and if it's just a support, like throwing away his life for some info, like a kill like this on White One, you're not too worried about. You don't want Cuckoo going down, and that's a big kill for the Shaker. If he does get picked up with the Dawnbreaker coming on in, it looks bad for Cuckoo. This is the bleeding kills you were talking about. Goes for the Echo Slap. Cuckoo! He says save! What are you doing, my friend? 4-man Echo.
That's the price you pay for maxing Janata. I just want to hit him one more time.
Yeah.
Well,
Still a worthwhile. It looked fun for Cuckoo, but
the thing is that these support kills, or I mean in this case an offlane kill, don't usually matter that much, but with the bounty hunter in the picture, it's definitely more benefit. Like it's just so much more gold being injected into than otherwise.
DP continue. their aggression. They find a Weaver. Stone Gaze gets committed, so now they can continue playing aggressive without worry of that defensive spell, and they'll get that tier 1 mid tower, it looks like, as they continue to invade. They're leaving DM by himself while they look for more kills. Does get... Oh, they both went for the deny and neither got it. Karl's been caught by the Yule Scepter. The Remnant going to pull it back in, and he's tracked up as well. Karl going to look to turn and fire. Gets the Void Spirit before he goes down. He's going to die to the Venomancer damage, but probably won't mind the fact that he brought down the Void Spirit with him.
Under attack.
T1, whenever they get going, they know it's like, I'm dead. I'm going to do everything I can to bring as many heroes down with me as possible.
Yeah, they're definitely doing a good job of like standing their ground in that regard, but man, I have... This isn't a pace of the game that T1 is wanting.
I don't think VP are going to be doing that into a Medusa with Mantiscati.
True. Got no Disruptor ultimate, just now they have it.
Yep. DM's going to be a little bit careful with a great Static Storm counterplay. They've got the Weaver, and that's the big hero to potentially find here. Dawnbreaker going to look to ulti on in. 23 Savage is going to be careful. Pops the Stone Gaze, trying to get himself out of there, but playing against Disruptor, sometimes you just can't escape. Goes for the TP out, but Nightfall is there, ready to stop his TP on out.
Bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
This is what I was talking about. One kill is going to lead into another.
Yep.
Every person that dies makes it infinitely more likely for somebody else to die. VP will get so much out of this. They've got the Spirit Vessel to cash in on the kills. They've got the Bounty Hunter tracked.
Yeah, I mean, 2.5k gold advantage in a 3-for-1. We're 17 minutes in. That's a crazy amount of gold.
Dire are scanning.
They just suddenly swing. Get out of there, dodges the hero spike, so they'll be fine.
Dire's
They do fissure up the Venomancer, but it doesn't look like they can follow it up with anything.
That was a really good defensive play by VP. I feel like T1, like, nothing they could have done better. It just feels like they should have gotten a kill there. The heroes they have. But, it's really well. Halberd saw something similar. From last game. The best way to deal not.
Save doing a good job of just playing this vision game, getting pesky observer wards up, using his life just to scout heroes out. He does walk into a sentry ward, so a bit of caster curse, just trying to help T1 out a bit, you know. The VP use that info to jump somebody else. They see the line and they're like, okay, 2 heroes top. Let's put White One on a cliff. I don't know if that was intentional or not. He's going for the TP out, but gets brought back down and see himself surviving. Karl with the BKB. He got forced out and Nightfall
Radiant structure
chasing, looking for this, but doesn't have the ability to kill Lina.
So I thought he might have gotten the Radiance just to like in some way, but based on what I'm seeing here, he thinks it's okay. That is what we are seeing, guys. If you just tune in the game, you do Dawnbreaker. Did the same skill build yesterday, skips the talent at level 10 until level 6. Takes all the damage talents. Scales pretty hard. The star swipe, is that what the ability is?
The bonus crit?
Oh, Star Breaker.
Jump Medusa in trouble. That's going to be an easy kill. Immediately tipped and followed up. They kind of want White One. Have they got a glimpse? Doesn't look like it.
I'm pretty sure it's a lot of damage. Yep. And even though they have a lot of stuff that I was talking about how like kind of clunky Dawnbreaker can be, the new shard is pretty insane for Fairy Dawnbreaker. Makes it so you're magic immune during your Starbreaker, which makes him he's gonna be able to cast all 3 swipes every single time.
Yep.
He should be able to hit Medusa every single time if he's on top of him. I don't see how you'd ever miss him with that spell. Yep. So, and that's a lot. That's a lot of damage. Crit, Luminosity attack is prepped, and you get the bonus damage on the swipes. With the Radiance, it is plus 60 damage on your right clicks. It's not like it's just for the Radiance burn.
Yep. And we're seeing, I think some of the comments we had was when they picked the Yese, it's because they had this kind of semi-globalist strat with the Nature's Prophet as well, and this Necro that could just push down lanes with this backup, but they're just picking it here with no like obvious synergy for the Dawnbreaker ultimate.
Yeah, it's more so just like the low cooldown part of their team
Yeah.
that I think the Dawnbreaker works. Constant bow, run and gun
Top tower
play
is
style,
under attack.
and you want your team to be in control if you as a carry want to play alone, right? Wow, GPK. I have to imagine that was some degree of foresight. Might have just been luck that he played it right as the
It seems like VPC Dawnbreaker is just like a better Spectre.
a really strong laning spectrum.
Yeah.
You're obviously giving up some late game potential, but the difference is that cooldown is 60 seconds less with your the haunt is 100, and it's more of a defensive spell, I think. Outbreak roll.
Okay. Oh my! Even with the BKB being popped, he's being chased down here. He's trying to use the movement speed. Gets the stun on one, but not two. Save. Shurikens him down and
So much
elsewhere. Yeah. Things are not looking pretty. They're going to use that mobility. The Dawnbreaker comes in with the ultimate, that bonus heal as well. Cuckoo. He's got no way out. That one not a track kill at least, but oh boy. Suddenly for a and it's a hero I feel like not just any team can pick up because it does seem to uniquely fit their play style.
It does, yeah.
Like I don't imagine a team like an EG can just be like, yeah, this will suit RTZ.
Yeah, I don't think it's an easily replicable, because it's not like just the hero itself, right? The hero has to tie into like exactly what the rest of the game plan is. Yes, got a BKB almost. You only had I think he got the Radiance like 2 minutes ago. That was just the track kill on Karl, I think, that accelerated that.
Cuckoo doesn't have his BKB yet, and they've got a static storm waiting for him to dump on top with the track. They get bonus gold once again.
Stay together.
Every kill just adding up here.
I don't think T1 can just draft their normal stuff against VP. Like, they saw the Bounty Hunter, and they picked Earthshaker Medusa. Like, they saw what VP planned to do in the game, and they still stuck to their guns on this is how we play Dota, best comfort zone style, and it's just getting punished so hard.
Yeah, it feels like you gotta adapt your playstyle and be ready to fight. Like that's why I mean OG, they drew against them, but even the game VP won, they almost bounced back because they were ready to fight.
Yeah.
This will hasten my footfalls.
But definitely VP, a team that can put any input on the back foot and force you to change your playstyle potentially.
Yeah, it's just like on a scale of 1 to 10 of like, you know, T1's always going to play this way to some extent. This is like a this is like a 9. They're like a very like sit back kind of style. And you may say like we're gearing up to like for you to run at us, but you have to have some sort of playmaking. Otherwise, VP can kind of just go wherever they want, is what I'm feeling. It's like, yes, you have the Earthshaker Echo Slam, but then what? It's like, what are you following it up with when Karl's spending the entire game getting ran at?
Yep.
Like this.
He does hold BKB, but Save is there waiting behind the tower. Just being an absolute nuisance, and now Dawnbreaker going to Solar Guardian on in. Help finish off the line. They've got the track on the Karl post BKB, so got the vision. Kingslayer waits for the BKB to wear off, glimpses him back. The track plus glimpse, that's another combo we haven't even talked about. That's an old school one. Teams used to do the Slaughters and the Bounty Hunter with Disruptor all the time, having the vision. But this fight has gone T1's way. They've managed to turn it into a 3-for-1 in their favor. VP getting a little bit too aggressive.
This is exactly what they did in the OG game, VP. They dove the enemy triangle, and T1, just like OG, is ready to respond.
Yeah.
I mean, this is what they got to do. The ball is in the court of VP, but it's on T1 to...
See there, it's been a bit of a rough time for 23 Savage, 1 and 5 for him. Karl's Lina game has been on point for the most part. He's hit level 20 and managed to scale pretty well. BKB Crystallis, so he's got the damage output now with the level 20 talent. You definitely have to respect his damage output in these fights, particularly during that BKB.
He could be the difference maker, because with the weight of the world on the Medusa's shoulders, I'd say it's going to be a bit tough.
Found 2 of the Fissure. The Static Storm looking to turn this one around, but there is a BKB on Cuckoo. DM's tanky, but not tanky enough. Bring down the Veno.
That's a huge...
Gonna find any follow-up kills off of it, but they can now play pretty aggressive on the map with the Veno down.
He's like their dangler that sets up all the plays, so tough for me to find any open. That was probably the best target get because he already had used ultimate early.
Is under attack.
Venomancer, so make them have to retreat because they lost half their HP or anything like that. They're able to establish themselves top lane and mid lane.
Off the back of it, T1 just happy to play a bit more of the farm game. Medusa still has a bit of ways to come online. We'll take another look at this one here. Nice find and utilizing that, the BKB shaker. Not an item you often see as that kind of first major pickup after the blink, but paying off here.
Definitely has to. That was why I was also a bit surprised with the Radiance this game. Definitely has to buy BKB.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, Cuckoo blinks in with the Echo Slate. Karl behind is not going to get the LSA, the Force Staff over the Fissure, helping keep him alive, and Karl's going to just back off. He is so low in health here. Limps back into the Static Storm. Zephyr can't get out.
Middle tower is under attack.
Consolation for
Radiant's middle tower
they
is
did not get the track off.
Yeah. They're clawing their way back in this one, even though VP get that kill. It's only back down to a 4k gold lead, and it was like 8k plus before. Yeah, it was quite the drop-off.
Oddly enough, this is the exact narrative that we saw yesterday.
Scanning.
Establish a massive lead, throw a couple times. They ended up closing that game out. Will they be able to do it?
Oh, they're going to look to fight this one. Safe Force Staff onto the cliff, and with the Dawnbreaker showing up, the Guardian helping keep him alive. 23 Savage is going to Stone Gate and then kind of hold his ground. He advances out of this one, but he's getting low, losing his mana. And this Dawnbreaker is just doing too much freaking damage. He obliterates the Medusa, but the Void Spirit goes down in the process, and now Dawnbreaker out of gas is going to go down here. This Lina just shredding through them, gets the kill on the high ground on the bounty who's stuck, and they want more. They want Kingslayer. Yeah, he wasn't anywhere to be seen. They needed something to address the Lina. I'm not sure DM would have been the answer, but Lina just cleaned up there.
They just brought the superior numbers on Q1 there. I feel like they responded more quickly to the engagement. I don't know, DM must have like TP top to push it out or something. I imagine he would have connected if they had the tier 1 tower before that.
Do we have the fight recap?
Immortality.
Whew, that Lina
That's
damage.
A lot. Look at the
Yeah,
experience. Look at the experience. That's so
Yeah.
much. 6,000.
Yeah, shake your Lina and Lion, the big red winners for that experience. They get a ton of levels for it. We see the fight once again happening here. It's just Karl on the side. And I imagine Nightfall's like, this fight's great. I'm killing this Dusa. I'm like still full health. And then suddenly Karl, with max fiery soul stacks, is just wailing away on him. At some point, they're going to have to prioritize Karl over 23 Savage.
Yeah, just the sheer amount of time it takes. Like, you're giving this Lina effectively Medusa's HP of time.
Yeah.
It's terrifying when you conceptualize it like that. The axe from Veno might be a game changer. A lot of damage. What they did to Veno recently this year was they made his ultimate less damage, flat, but it was a percentage of the HP. You see the scepter damage, it goes 4.5% of your max HP per second.
I meant the Echo Slam for this one. DM surviving for now. Another totem hit's going to finish him off, but Dawnbreaker ultied into this one. Nightfall, he may just die. The Lina right-click damage is going to be too much for him. Oh no! VP have completely thrown away their lead here. They will get the kill on the Lina, but he had the Aegis. Karl's going to be coming back to life, and with 23 Savage showing up, they're absolutely tearing apart. VP get demolished in this mid lane. What a comeback from T1.
If you told me T1's gonna win this game, this is exactly how it's gonna look. Like, you VP, lane dominating team. They get off to an early lead. T1, Hurdle Masters
Middle tower
of all of Dota right now. I think they're like the most signature team of this being their playstyle, and they have just allowed VP to overextend 1 or 2 times, and they have just slammed the door in the face of this bounty hunter lineup. Look at Zephyr. Look at
DM, and they're gonna get him. Yeah,
Middle tower is under attack.
Shaker Cuckoo's gonna TP himself home. He should survive through this. Yep. Pops a fairy fire, I believe, just to be safe.
This might be the
Radiant's top
sloppiest
tower is
performance
under
I've seen from
attack.
him in a while.
Radiant's top tower
I
has
feel like
fallen.
he's just not been where he needs to be. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like he had like a really powerful laning stage, and he's like the guy that makes catalyst for his strategy.
Radiant's top tower
he gets
is under
gone on because
attack.
he's pressuring. They have the Disruptor ultimate to chase people, or the Glimpse to chase people, the Dawnbreaker ultimate to counter initiate, and that one death mid kind of snowballed into a bunch of map control stuff where he had to then go top, and then the fight happened at the triangle that he wasn't there for. It was a 45, and now he's dying again.
Yeah. It is, I mean, the death mid and the one with the big fight there where Dawnbreaker, it is his job to get gone on, right? Like,
Yeah.
in some sense. He needs his teammates there, but
I think he's at the point where, because of the earlier deaths and the loss of team fights, he's no longer at the threshold of being unkillable.
okay. And we've seen several times, it takes a long time to bring him down. He is killable, but ideally, yeah, you need to utilize the fact he gets gone on and is so tanky to win a team fight.
Yeah, and if he's becoming easier and easier to chew through as Karl is chunking him now.
Yeah.
With the Lina.
Even Cuckoo, when he pops those totems, there's just a lot of right-click damage potential. Saber's getting some good intel here, skying him out, but it doesn't feel like VP have any interest in taking fights at this stage anymore. Put a gem on the bounty hunter, which feels more like a, I mean, not desperation, but it's like he wants to make sure that he can move around the map and know if there's sentries on him.
Wards from Venom. So much effectiveness with this hero.
Save. Finds Cuckoo. That'd be a nice find, but he has a BKB, so they know they can't commit too much on a Cuckoo. Further down, Karl's Lina gets an LSA follow-up. The Void Spirit could be in some trouble. Is the damage going to be there? It's going to be close. He gets it to Dissimulate off. The Dawnbreaker, the Guardian perhaps saving his life there, and as a result, GPK is kept alive. Neither team losing anyone yet, but they do eventually bring down EM's Venom, but the big kill, the one on GPK, is the one that T1 don't get. They're chasing, they're looking for more, but the glimpse back keeps Karl away. Boy, that was close.
Yeah, it's just, you think of this Venomancer's impact in the game, right? It's a 9th pick Veno, it's like very late in the draft. He's kind of meant to take over play style in the game, like pace, and what he offers as a hero, that he pops his spells, and the opponent has to run away because they can't sustain. But now you've got Satanic, Savage, and on Karl. Both the cores, I'd say wisely choosing. Feels like he's that you have like a carry Dawnbreaker. It's kind of like an equally distributed weight of trying to carry the team. Have a hero like Dawnbreaker one. Not a hard carry. In a 1v1 vacuum, he will be out carried by a Medusa.
See T1 continue looking to press their advantage. They've got the 10k gold lead now, and with an Axe Weaver, they've got that save potential in the team fight. VP's draft designed to kind of dominate the early game and snowball and achieve that, but just didn't quite snowball hard enough. Man, I don't know, what do snowballs mean? Rolling down a cliff.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Stumped you. As we're going to see Dawnbreaker coming in once again. That's a good start to the fight for VP. They take out the Weaver as well as the Lion. Karl Forster has run away, and VP utilizing this bounty vision effectively.
I figured if I said anything positive for T1 there, exactly what happens. Yeah, I just tried to say nothing, and then it still happened. They just caught him with the ward, accepted from Void Spirit against the supports. Very important.
It's one thing VP seem to still have going for them is this vision game. The Venom wards, the bounty.
Oh, absolutely. If they ever manage to get the jump, which hasn't happened in a while, up until that last couple pickoffs there, absolutely in their favor. They've got the track, they've got the glimpse, everything vision game favors them. But if they are just together on T1,
Dire's bottom tower
then
is
vision
under attack.
matters much less.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Is there a hope when you're, I mean, we're looking at Lina, Medusa late game, like 2 great range carries in late game. How do you see Dawnbreaker? I mean, obviously a new kind of carry that we don't see much. How do you see Dawnbreaker scaling going to the late game?
It seems like the Lina makes, like, really screws him. Like, it seems like he's trying to just walk around in the fight BKB and he's dying. From what I'm seeing, it seems like not so good for Dawnbreaker. You'd rather have a melee hero that if they want to kill you, that you could, like, hit them back. You're sustained from the luminosity procs going.
They find the line, and now they're going to get the Weaver as well. VP going from one pick to the next, but here comes the rest of T1. They've lost 2, but they still want to force and take this fight. We'll see if it pays off. Save playing around the Roshan pit, the fissure block keeping him safe, and 23 Savage has to be a little bit careful here. Gets pulled back in by the glimpse, and now this Medusa going to be ignored for now. They're going to see if they go for someone else. Not the case. VP, they've got numbers. They've got 5 versus 3, and T1 still want to hold their ground. They still want to fight. They're going to pop the Dawnbreaker ultimate to come out in. Cuckoo gets the stun as the Dawnbreaker arrives in.
Landed on the fissure.
Yeah, and then the Echo Slam going to come in as well. They tip Nightfall saying, sure, show up, come on in. You're invited to our party, a party where VP is going to lose this game, say
Radiant's
T1.
top tower is under attack.
I will say that I was doubtful of T1. I'm like, wow, they're 3v5 and they are
Radiant's
sticking
middle tower
around
is
willingly.
under attack.
But man, that's such great awareness.
That's the
Radiant's
second
middle
like
tower
fight I've seen. The
has
Dawnbreaker just solo Guardians in, instantly gets
Radiant's
stunned and
middle barracks,
blown up.
Radiant's middle
That
barracks
ultimate
has
has the
fallen.
potential to backfire.
Radiant's middle base has
Touches my
fallen.
coil again.
Can't cancel it willingly, I don't think. Right? It's not like it's like a channel that only gets canceled by the opponent stunning you. I don't think you can like turn it off.
Yeah.
Once you've done it, you're committed. I don't know if he's able to BKB mid-flight. Mechanics of a new hero, I'm not sure.
Yeah. I was telling you earlier, I've still yet to play the hero. I
Shaman has fallen to
will
the
embarrassingly admit that.
Yeah. I played it once as a support, so I did not have a... But oh wow, he sold everything. He had a mech and a force staff.
Ow, his game is...
He thinks they're in that desperate of a situation via sheep. Okay.
I like the boldness of it.
I'm not scared, bro. I'm not
You know,
scared, bro.
odds are still heavily against him. They're down 20k gold, but it really says something about VP's
Radiant's
mentality. Like
top
they
tower
see
is under attack.
a condition, the win conditions as we like to call them. And it involves this sight device.
Radiant are scanning. Radiant
T1.
structures
I mean, what do you do? It's
fortified.
Medusa, plus an Lina with an Aegis. They didn't even have to give the Aegis to Medusa.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah,
is on
Karl
Radiant's top tower.
HP compared to damage, much worse ratio. You'd rather give them a second life, I
Radiant's top
think.
barracks has
So
fallen.
let this top lane go. They are wrapping around. Virtus Pro looking for that kind of gotcha play. They see 23 Savage, they ignore him. Instead, it's going to be Cuckoo who gets the jump. Blinks in, slams down 2, takes out the Void Spirit. And now the Dawnbreaker showing up.
Oh,
It's
not
going to be a
again.
2-man
again.
Earth Spike. They tip knife. Deja vu. This Dawnbreaker just ulting into the worst possible situation several times. And T1 have gotten their first win, Brian.
Yeah, in T1 fashion. I'm glad to see it. You know, we talked about a few of the teams that haven't done so hot so far.